Hello? Thanks for joining us again on the channel. This one's been on my radar for a while, and now, thanks to a friend who got his hands on it, I finally get to share the experience with you. Before we get started, feel free to check out the discount link in the description and the pinned comment. Now, let's not waste any more time and jump right into the details.
To get things started, let's hear from our first reviewer.
This reviewer had been considering an electric bike for several years, noting their increasing popularity in the suburbs where they live. The decision to finally purchase this particular fat tire bike was driven by a combination of its features, power, and availability just before a planned vacation. Initially, the idea of transporting this folding bike in the back of an SUV was met with some skepticism, but it ultimately packed away perfectly for the trip. Our reviewer found that the unboxing process was the most time-consuming part of the setup. Assembly itself was quick. The bike is quite heavy once out of the box and came with a couple of nice extras, including a phone holder and a keyed chain lock. One of the few drawbacks noted was the difficulty in adding mirrors to the handlebars. The comfort-style grips cover the ends, leaving no clear mounting point, which led this client to consider adding a rear-facing camera for safety instead. On the positive side, the built-in headlight and tail light are very bright and effective. A major discovery for our reviewer was the pedal assist feature. Initially, their hand grew tired from holding the throttle, but they soon realized that once you start pedaling, the motor kicks in based on the selected assist level, allowing for a much more comfortable ride without constant throttle input. In terms of performance, the bike didn't disappoint. The battery life was described as amazing, lasting for a 21-mile ride with plenty of charge to spare. For a larger individual, this bike was a great fit, with the seat adjusting high enough and the frame design making it very easy to get on and off. For anyone nervous about the speed, the lowest assist level provides a very gentle start, similar to a regular bicycle. Overall, it's a fun, fast, and efficient machine that our reviewer highly recommends.
Fantastic. Now, let's see what insights our next reviewer has to offer.
This reviewer found that upon arrival, the most challenging part of the entire setup process was simply liberating the machine from its packaging. Despite having no prior experience, our reviewer was able to assemble this electric bike in about 2 hours, though they opted to use their own power tools instead of the included kit, which significantly sped things up. Once assembled, the first impression was of a truly substantial and well-built machine. The frame is described as beefy with very good-looking welds, and the fenders feel solid. Its sheer size and weight are no joke. Handling this electric bike is compared to maneuvering a truck rather than a car, with a turning radius to match. The included rear rack proved to be almost essential for manhandling the beast. A minor hiccup involved a brake sensor that required a fair bit of adjustment before it would allow the motor to engage, but the hydraulic brakes themselves perform well. The ride itself was a powerful experience. Our reviewer, a larger individual, was initially concerned that their weight might bog down the motor, but those fears were quickly put to rest. The power from the dual motors is immense, especially from a standstill. The torque is so significant that it requires a gentle hand on the throttle to get a smooth start. In fact, an initial test ride ended with a minor spill, prompting the immediate purchase of a helmet. However, confidence was quickly gained, and subsequent rides were comfortable and fatigue-free, aided by a surprisingly pleasant seat. While not interested in testing its top speed, our reviewer found the lower pedal assist levels provided more than enough pace for casual riding. Despite some skepticism about achieving the maximum advertised battery range and a hefty shipping fee, this client feels the overall quality and thrilling performance of this electric bike make it a fantastic value.
Excellent. Let's find out what our next reviewer has to share about their experience.
This reviewer admits that committing to a substantial purchase like an electric bike often comes with a knot in the stomach, especially considering the potential hurdles of returns or repairs. Straight out of the box, our reviewer found the assembly process for this electric bike fairly straightforward, despite the instructions being a bit vague. It took about 30-60 minutes, mostly out of caution to avoid any errors, as there wasn't much to do beyond a few crucial steps. One aspect that stood out was the comfort. The seat on this electric bike is notably pleasant, and its slight flexibility rather than rigidness contributes significantly to a more enjoyable ride. The handlebars felt great in hand, and the controller was largely intuitive to use. Handy features like the integrated lights and a functional horn were definite positives. A nice touch was the inclusion of a rear cushion for a passenger, though this client quickly realized its practical use is limited without accompanying footrests, suggesting a basket might be a more sensible alternative for that space. Regarding performance, there were a couple of points where this electric bike diverged from expectations. The throttle, for instance, doesn't provide an independent power boost. It only kicks in if the pedal assist level isn't already maxed out. While not a true throttle in the traditional sense, using the assist level adjustments did help provide necessary power in tricky situations, proving workable. The advertised top speed was around 31 mph, but this client found their particular unit topped out at 19 mph in the highest assist level, which was perfectly adequate for their needs. Battery life also seemed a bit less robust than advertised. After riding about 15 miles using low to mid-range assist modes, the battery was already down to about a third of its charge, despite being fully charged initially. A minor snag occurred early on when the chain was off its tracks during assembly. While our review.
That's a wrap. If you enjoyed this, drop a like and subscribe for more. Got thoughts? Let's chat in the comments. See you in the next one.